Thank you for watching the Uganda Catholic Television. Welcome to the Tuesday edition of Uctv News with me, Sunday Gloria Bosch. The Prime Minister, Right Honourable Robina Nabbanja, has pledged government intervention to address the impact of recent floods in Kampala after inspecting the ongoing construction works along the Nakivubo Channel. The floods, which have severely affected traders in the area, have been partly attributed to the ongoing drainage works. Nabbanja directed businessman Hamis Kigundu, the project developer, to expand the channel's culverts to enhance water flow and prevent future flooding.
This morning, the Prime Minister of the Republic of Uganda, Right Honourable Robina Nabbanja, has visited traders in Kampala's downtown who were affected by the floods, which they believe was caused by the construction of Nakivubo Channel. Entering the buildings was not for the weak, since every trader wanted to use this opportunity to report their loss to the Prime Minister. A few traders were given an opportunity to speak to the Prime Minister, showing her the lost property and narrating the ongoing situation.
PC 107 yeduka lyange ndimaze mwe myaka mukaga amazzi tegatulumangako kine ensulo nga ziva mu maduuka nga nnyingi nnyo amaduuka agasuka mu 8 mu mukaga twagabala agalimu ensulo twagabala ku lunaku olwokuna nga amaduuka gali 8 mu mukaga enkuba bwetonnye nnyo ensulo zimbuka neyanziza nnyo nnyabo enkuba bwe yatonye nnyingi ensulo zayimuka misana ssaawa mukaaga netwera kono ku lwokubali lwa kusatu netwera amazzi netusiimula era twaba mu kizimbe nga kakati nedda maama mu kizimbe mazemu emyaka 6 natandika n'ekizimbe okuva ekyatandika twakigulawo ne tugenda mu covid nga weekiri edduuka lino lye mulaba erinziridde PC 108 mwavaamu amazzi ku lunaku olwokuna lwasinga okuvamu ensulo mwavaamu amazzi ebidomola nga 40 management netugamba amazzi gavudde ku nsulo okuva ku lunaku olwokusatu kati ku lwokuna bukya ku makya nga tukyali waka engeri gye tulina kamera oziraba wano nagenda kamera yange ndaba ekifa ku dduuka ng'amazzi gakoma mu luggi mu kiba ekyokusatu nga gazze ekiro nagala kusaa 10 nga nzukusa okusaala nga gazze neŋŋamba bannange ku mikutu nti bannaye muzuuke tugende tutaasa emaali yaffe olunaku olwokuna kati ku lunaku olwokutaano embaga lwetugwamu twakeera ku makya nga toyinza kuyingira maama nga amazzi gakukoma wano ku lunaku olwokutaano ng'amazzi gakoma wano era ekizimbe kyasibwa lunaku lwekikuwatiya gaasi wano kubanga abantu baali baagala okulwana bakemunda kati mu kubataasa abantu basiba ekizimbe bannannyini kizimbe tuleme kufiira mu mazzi buli muntu yali ayayana okutaasa emaali era kuola emaali eno lwefa.
According to the Prime Minister, contacts and other useful information has been recorded and traders will be called for more help.
Basebo ne banyaba ekizimbe tukigenzeemu wansi ne tulabira ddala abantu okufiirizibwa kwe baatuukako. Tubasaasidde nnyo, amanya g'abantu abafiirwa abasinga tugatutte, tugenda kubayita mu lukiiko tulabe butya bwe tukwatagana okulaba gavumenti bw'esobola okubasumbuusa.
After here, Nabbanja headed to the Nakivubo Channel, which they blame for the ongoing floods in Kampala.
Basebo, ekizibu ekibatuuseeko kirabika kye kimu buli kizimbe. Olw'okwagala ngende mu kino ekyala kya Hamu, badde nsaba mukkirize eyo tusindikeyo abasirikale baffe bajje babalabe. Olw'obwangu obudde bugenze.
During a media briefing after the inspection, Right Honourable Nabbanja directed the constructors to put more culverts to improve the volume of water flow from the outside to prevent future flooding of the city, which led to the losses.
I think everybody has seen that the drainage channel has been constructed. Then two, according to the engineers, we have also seen that the caravan crossings that are supposed to carry water to the drainage channel are limited. And so I want to direct that you open you open space for more caravans so that they can bring as much volume of water into the channel.
As engineers and as ministry, we need to drive KCC to see, to understand this, to see how we can mitigate future overflows and see how it can be directed within the outside drainage system.
Hamis Chigundu, the man behind this construction, said that the construction of the channel was in a good faith to develop the city and increase the protection of people and their property.
One of the intention of the development of construction of the channel was to mitigate the existing problems there, among which we always had floods, and that is a fact even people within the arcades have known for a long period of time. So our intention of development of the channel was to mitigate the problems that we have. We are not developing this channel in bad faith, but simply to bring what is wrong right. Secondly, we had a lot of wounds and thieves snatching because things are lying in this channel, and we have to eliminate that. Many people have lost lives here since it was an open channel, and the channel had to be covered so that we have security for lives. And equally, as you know, the channel is right next to the stadium. We constructed a very good international stadium, but the channel has always degraded this entire surrounding area, including the security. So, to mitigate all that, we advised actually by CAF that this channel needs to be redeveloped if it is to meet the standards as required internationally. So, our intention of developing the channel were indeed good deal. But it is so unfortunate that recently we had a flood out that was really big, away from the normal, and it caused a lot of flooding, but we have identified quite a number of issues. Though many people are claiming the channel, but the reality is the channel still flows just like you can see. The initial channel was 6 meters, we expanded it to 12 meters, and it has capacity to contain this water, having made projections within the hydrological mapping for 50 to 70 years.
The Executive Director, Kampala Capital City Authority, Uzeki Sharifa, has advised the developer to fulfill the requirements they requested from him so that they can supervise the construction of the channel.
What we have given conditions to the developer to fulfill, which is promising to fulfill, but because of the flood which came, we have to come in to see what is going on, and we have guided him on a number of things. Some of them include removal of debris, construction debris which has been compiled along the construction site so that we can have easy flow of water. However, on the main project, we are advising the developer to fulfill all the requirements we requested him to fulfill. Then we can have this project properly supervised and monitored.
Engineers on site daily, both from the Ministry of Works and the KCCA. Daily, these engineers must supervise to avoid a repeat of what we saw.
Frank Kambiro, Uctv News.
Hundreds of traders in Kampala's downtown area are counting heavy losses after severe flooding blamed on the ongoing construction works along the Nakivubo channel. Submerged shops and arcades destroying merchandise worth billions of shillings. The affected traders are now demanding government compensation and a temporary suspension of the drainage construction project, which they say has blocked water flow and intensified flooding. They have also appealed to the government to intervene and hold a 10% rent increment imposed by their landlords in the aftermath of the disaster.
Up to date, traders in Kampala's downtown are still crying to the government to talk to their landlords and banks that offered them loans to give them a relief during this difficult period for them.
Okusookera kati tusaba ensonga ya rent nga bw'olaba edduuka bwe lifaanana mbadde nkusaba okwateko wansi wano ne waggulu abagagga bakyayagala renti waabwe era bw'otwalayo bagamba ntwetaaga ebitundutundu bebiti ekyo kimu at least singa bafuna engeri gye basobola okukamonaizinga ne bayogerako nabo ne balaba engeri gye basobola okubeera nga batukwatirakwatiramu embeera tetambula bulungi. Ekyokubirize looni bagenda ne batuteekako ekkomo oba ne batuyamba neziibe nga tuziimiridde naye interest nesigala ng'ekola ki ekula. So we are very very frustrated ensonga eyo. Naye era naawe singa abadde gwe olaba emaali ng'eriwe bati wansi bandibadde simanyi bwe bakikoze nga bajja dduuka ku dduuka bategeere nannyini w'edduuka yaani basobole okubeera nga batuliyirira okusinziira ku maali gye banaaba n'embeera gye basanzeemu edduuka.
Bonna emaali yaabwe yakoze eki yawedde essomo yalutwalayo abantu renti afuuse renti ate omugagga
tutteyo renti baagalako
10%. Abantu bonna bakaaba twafiiddwa emaali miliyoni 2 miliyoni 3 baatwongeza tulina kintu kiramu essaawa yaleero byonna tulinga balalu banka zitufuukidde banka tulina okuwola abantu abatalina kyakulya ekireese obuzibu kiri tusooke tudde ku mbeera emu kyekyaleese obuzibu nti mwala omwala bagukoze eki tutereeze omwala kutereere kubanga tumaze emyaka ekisukka mwazadu nga tetufuna bizibu bino tuli basuubuzi twagala kukola.
Right Honorable Robin Nabanja, the Prime Minister of the Republic of Uganda, has given them hope of not paying higher rent fees and being overcharged like it's been happening before.
Kasa omanya okutula mu saboti naye nga omugagga samulabako naggwere
webale kujjukira
owulidde so kyovula bwe baŋŋambye ze ŋŋambye ngenze kulaba ku basuubuzi mbeerabire n'amaaso gange manye ebizibu ebibaliko kaakati amazzi toilet n'ebira bye mbadde musasula kuwanana nabyo twabiteesaako ate ne kasasiro tugamba kasasiro bino ebimotoka ebya apudipu bye biba bikatwala amateeka twagakola 2022 ne tugamba tosaanye kwongeza mu mwaka ebitundu ebisukka mu 10 ekyo kimu bano babadde bongeza kumpi buli we balowoozezza kaakati muleke mbabuulire bye twateesa ate nabiteeka ne mbuwandiike ne tugamba tebayongeza sente zonna paka mwezi ogw'omukaaga omwaka ogujja ekyo pulezidenti yakiwandiise muwulirize oyo break yayogedde ne pulezidenti n'amulagira okugoberera ebintu bye twateesezza kaakati muwulirize babadde baddira amasannyalaze ne musasula amasannyalaze buwanana twagambye aba UEDCL bagenda kujja lwakuba nti kino ekizibu kizzeewo bagenda kujja babajjeko details zammwe emita baziteeke ebweru osasula amasannyalaze g'okozesezza.
Several losses were made after the flooding of Kampala's downtown, and traders hope that the government will give them support.
Saba Minister wa Uganda omubwati mukimanyi bulungi zinange nakoleranga eno downtown ebizibu byammwe tubirabye era ngenda olwaleero pulezidenti genda muwa ripoti yangambye ajja kubasumbuusa.
Frank Ambiro, Uctv News.
The government of Uganda, through the Ministry of Agriculture, Animal Industry and Fisheries, has launched a biannual mass vaccination campaign targeting at least 44.5 million animals vulnerable to the foot and mouth disease across the country. Now, while launching the exercise at the Uganda Media Center, the State Minister for Agriculture and Animal Industry, Honorable Bright Rama, noted that although the government procured and delivered the vaccines and covered the overall cost of the campaign, farmers will be required to pay for the vaccines at the district level. He adds that district extension workers have been equipped with all the necessary tools to ensure effective implementation of the exercise.
According to the Ministry of Agriculture, Uganda is home to approximately 15.5 million cattle, 17.4 million goats, 1.4 million sheep, and 17.1 million pigs, totaling to about 44.5 million animals susceptible to foot and mouth disease.
As you are aware, Uganda is one of the countries that trade in animal and animal products.
However, the country has for years battled recurring outbreaks of foot and mouth disease, which continue to frustrate livestock production, a major contributor to the country's economy. In response, the government of Uganda, through the Ministry of Agriculture, Animal Industry and Fisheries, has transitioned from the previous small-scale, compulsory, and free vaccination exercises to a comprehensive biannual mass vaccination program.
And in order for our products to access lucrative markets, they must be free of disease, and the production system must be clean. This is why we are moving away from the previous method, where vaccine was free and compulsory, and yet the government was not providing adequate vaccine to cover the national herd.
Under this new initiative, farmers will be required to vaccinate their animals twice a year at an official cost of 8,000 shillings per head of cattle and 4,000 shillings for each goat, sheep, or pig. During the official launch of the program at the Uganda Media Center today, the State Minister for Agriculture and Animal Industry, Honorable Bright Ramirama, explained that the government has put in place a clear implementation framework under which farmers are expected to register and pay the vaccination fees through Post Bank or Finance Trust Bank, upon which they obtain vaccines from district extension officers who have been fully equipped with the necessary tools and logistics to administer the exercise.
We are empowering the local governments. Also, we have 2 banks participating, notably Housing Finance Bank and Paro Bank, formerly known as Post Bank. These are banks we are selected on criteria based that the government has vested interest in these banks, and farmers will pay through the bank and access their vaccine from the district veterinary officer. The government we have already procured the cold facilities and the built containers for cold chain that are run by both on solar and electricity, to ensure that in the absence of electricity, there is continuation of power from the solar.
The State Minister further cautioned that non-compliant farmers will face strict penalties, including denial of access to both domestic and international livestock markets, as part of the measures to enforce nationwide compliance with the vaccination program.
Early participation and the punctual payment are essential to ensure priority schedules during the initial phase of each biannual cycle. Every 6 months, we shall be vaccinating all susceptible animals in the country, and we shall put a restriction for farmers who don't vaccinate and keep health cards for their animals. They will not be accessing markets. They will not get permits.
This development follows the Cabinet's approval of a national mass vaccination strategy aimed at administering approximately 88 million vaccine doses to all FMD susceptible domestic animals. The program's first implementation cycle is scheduled for January to February 2026.
Welcome back. You are still tuned in to the Uganda Catholic Television Tuesday edition of UCTV News. As we continue, the Uganda People's Defence Forces has launched preparations to conduct a recruitment exercise of 600 local defence personnel in the districts of Kamwenge, Bundibujo, Bunyangabo, Kasese, and in Toroko. Now, the recruitment drive is set to begin on the 10th day of November 2025.
I'm Colonel Henry Obo, the Deputy Director of Defense Public Information, and the purpose of this brief is to inform our citizens who are from the Rwenzori region. These are specifically from the districts of Kabarole, Kamwenge, Bunyangabo, Kasese, Bundubujo, and Ntoroka. Those 6 districts that we are going to conduct recruitment of local defense personnel. These are the LODPs, effective the 10th of this month, that's November 2025, starting with the Kabarole, where we expect to recruit 100 people, and that will be at the Boma grounds. That's Kawarole Boma grounds. And the next one will be on the 11th at Kamwenge, where we shall take other 100 personnel. Bunyangabo will be on the 12th. This will be at the district headquarters. The rest of them will be at the district headquarters. So other than Kawarole, where we're going to have at the Boma ground, the rest will be at the district headquarters. And our target is to get 100 personnel per district, per each of these districts. But they must be residents of this district. This time we're not going to do like the other general recruitment that we did recently, which was online. This one here is physical, where persons are expected to go on ground with the following. One, a handwritten application that is endorsed by the chairpersons, LC 1 up to 3, as well as the GISO or the DISO, a national identification card, or should be in possession of a NIN number, then an O-level academic certificate, because the minimum qualifications that we are taking are O-level certificates. And in fact, is the minimum, but also the max. We are taking O-level leavers. This is ordinary level certificates. Uganda certificate of education certificate holders are the ones that we are taking. And those who will successfully be recruited will be taken on straight away to the training schools. The criteria are as follows. You must be a citizen. If just for re-emphasis, somebody must be a citizen of Uganda in possession of a original national identification card or a NIN number, but also medically must be healthy and ready to undergo medical and body fitness tests at the recruitment center, as well as at the training schools after we have already completed the recruitment. Age must be adult males, both adult males and females, both males and females, between the age of 18 to 25. And as already mentioned earlier on, they must be residents of that particular district where they are going to be recruited from. So any presentation of forged documents is criminal, and in that case, culprits will be liable for private prosecution. We call upon Ugandans, we call upon our young people, the age of 18 up to 25, to come and take this opportunity so that they are capable of serving in the UPDF, they are capable of serving their country in ensuring peace and stability. The reasons why specifically this area, why specifically these 6 districts, it's a little bit unique that these districts have peculiar challenges, unique challenges, considering the threats in the area, for example, the ADF, but also knowing that the neighborhood is a little bit volatile. So we have to ensure that we have this foundation security arrangements that will be able to address security right from the grassroots level, so as can contribute to the bigger picture, the bigger national security of Uganda.
Thank you for watching Uctv News. Away from the international news, let's take a look at Today in History. Thank you very much for watching the Uganda Catholic Television. That's all time we had for you tonight. UCTV News returns tomorrow, same time, same place. I am Sunday Gloria Abwatch.